Hi there, ladies and
There.
gentlemen.
Anyway,
I'm I'm back again for another VOD review of Mario playing at Oasis today. Um, so let's get started, shall we? Okay, cool. That didn't really work. GG boys, let's go.
team chat.
Team chat boys.
I use Anna. You, you
Let's
play.
get to team call.
It'll do.
Round one.
We'll shout at each other if it's not.
One.
It'll do.
Alright, let me just-
Three.
Okay, so what do we have here, boys? So, um, okay, so looks like a decent team comp. We have the main healer here. That's Moa and myself. We have the sub healer, okay, the sub tank Brigitte. Then we have the main DPS here of the Pharah and then the kind of off tank, off DPS Mei, which could work. Um, and then there's also the duos here. So in terms of synergy, we have two CC outs. So these are the CC outs here, Reinhardt and Mei. So ideally, these guys should be looking to combo their outs with one of these damage outs, these two here, which may take a little more communication than needed. I will say here that the bad thing about this team is regarding this person, because as the main healer, I can't really sustain the Pharah, so it's up to the Brigitte to sustain the Pharah. So yeah, the Pharah needs to play aware, at least to be aware that healing's hard for her to get, unless the Brigitte has E up, so she can just give out her armor. Cool.
Two.
Yeah.
One.
It'll do.
Round one.
We'll shout at each other if it's not good.
The objective.
So as Moira, it's very important to when you have uptime and you don't really need your healing orb for anything, just to fire an orb at the enemy to build up your outcharge, because literally you build up outcharge so quickly. Um, that is always a good idea to do so. So you can see they have a Junkrat here. So since they have a Junkrat, ideally we wouldn't want to be fighting in close quarters here, because this is literally Junkrat's terrain. This is like where Junkrat rules. So if we fight there, it'll be a bit bad for us. Generally, when it's a Junkrat, we want to fight out in the open, not in close range where the bombs can just bounce around and destroy us.
Oh, where we go? You captain. I nominate you.
So we kind of used the Maywall there, but I don't think there was too much use of it because most of the team had gone through already. It was a nice idea to isolate the Reinhardt, but because most of the enemy team had already gone through already, this was really not much point to it. And you can see that my team is funneling to this room here, so which isn't a great idea exactly. That was a really good counter charge here. Um, yeah, this Reinhardt went way too aggressive to be honest, because he didn't have really any support apart from Junkrat. So if we all fell behind and tried to target the Junkrat and the Reinhardt, we could have won easily. But I think they're busy doing something else. So who do they have? They have a Reinhardt D.Va, so similar to us. Junkrat, Mercy. Okay.
Using Reinhardt.
Yeah, so my number one priority is always as a healer to heal my other healer. Forget all the other randoms in my team. Support should always heal the other support as a priority.
Reinhardt.
Tried to get into position to heal the Brigitte, but that didn't really work out because Brigitte fell down the hole. And now I'm slightly out of position here because there's 5 of them here. I don't have my fade up, so they can literally just turn around and just rape my arse here. So I need to play it safe.
Get the mercy.
So we can see the Reinhardt very low, so hopefully we can finish that kill here. We have one support down because they fell into hole, so they're going to take quite a long time to play. So, but I have enough sustain to keep my team up, so I have to probably prioritize healing orb in that instance. Yeah, this is a mistake right here. I got into close range as a Reinhardt, so we pull it back with There's literally no reason for me to get that close a range to the Reinhardt. I could have done exactly my job. I could have done my job exactly, but further back. I fire off a healing orb, and it's always important to fire off healing orbs at angles where you can bounce around, and so you can get maximum value of it. And during a generous Moria, you use damage orb to poke and build out charge. And generally in a team fight, you should always use the healing orb because it heals it can heal up to each person for about 300 health, where the damage orb can only do about 200 damage, and it's just so much more important. So we continue on here. So yeah, I took a hammer more than necessary. I wasted my fade up. I was supposed to fade over to the wall over to the side, but I missed it entirely. So fade usage is not great, to be honest. I've messed up there. The Mercy flew to escape the Mei over that side, and she's exposed right now. So we should make the call to turn on her because she's isolated at the back. Wait, how did the Reinhardt die? Let's see. Yeah, charges generally as Reinhardt charging like that is very dangerous. It's high risk usually, medium reward, or even low reward. So, I mean, it could have worked potentially, but in this instance, it probably wasn't necessary to charge. Got their Junkrat, which is not the worst to be honest, but now the Reinhardt's out of position for any healing, and I don't have Fade up to support the Reinhardt, so they're probably gonna die. Yeah.
Mercy.
D.Va's on mech, so I don't need to worry about Fire getting killed by her, so I can focus on my front
Kill
line.
this.
That was a really good purple by Ana here. That was really good. If this wasn't purple, I would manage to sustain the Brigade ult. So Ana did really good in turning her purple.
This is not fucking
I wasted Fade again. There again, I'm not sure what I was doing. So I don't have Escape. As Moira, it's very important to manage your Fade effectively because this is your get out of jail free card, literally.
Mercy.
So good focus by the D.Va and me by taking the Mercy down, because they're right now they're sustaining the fight.
Yeah, we target there.
Potentially could have healed the Mei. Not sure if I could have done so or not.
Mercy.
So could have set a healing orb there, though it's unlikely that I would reach it in time. Potentially could have saved the Mei. Not sure. If I dash forward and start healing aggressively, as soon as she got off the ice, I could potentially save her, but then that would have left me in a really bad position when it's the Reinhardt-ish. So not the greatest of ideas.
Yeah, we target Mercy.
I wasted the healing orb here because there was no one to heal really. They were, if I flash back a little bit, they were full health. I think I reacted to the Mei and I tried to heal, but then she had died before the
Yeah, we target Mercy.
I tried to fade out the ult, but I was slightly too slow, so if that ult was targeted at me, I would have gone down anyway. So I need to improve my reactions. You can see that we just focused the Mercy down, and then the Pharah did something really good here. He just ignored the front line and just went for the back line, because Pharah, they don't have a counter to Pharah either. So they have a Junkrat, and then I guess Ana's the kind of biggest counter and D.Va to Pharah, but the Pharah can just fly abandoned towards the backline, just demolish their supports, which is really good.
Go on. Oh, you broke.
You can see the issue here though. I as Moria, I can't really heal this guy. He's very low health, but there's not much I can do here to help him. And because I have wasted my healing orb here, Songky's taking the D.Va's taking a really high amount of damage here, and I can't really sustain him. So I could have saved the D.Va if I had conserved my orb a bit more and used it a bit more thoughtfully.
already.
But yeah, so this fight is 50-50. It could be winnable, it could be losable. It's very hard to tell right now. But my guess is probably losing because the D.Va's able to go on mech, and then there's a Pharah trying to kill me right now, and then a medium range for it to work. I wasted my fade here. I should have faded backwards to retreat because I knew the fight was lost already. So I shouldn't have tried to fade into position so aggressively.
He's low.
Right, super low.
Yeah,
Done.
dead.
Done.
So at this point, I think the fight's done, and we should just literally look to regroup.
There's only one on point.
Yeah, there's.
How many people?
So these people should just get out here. The fight's gone, so they
One
should
shot.
get out as soon as possible.
Barrett's coming in the
That
side.
changes my thinking.
Alright, Bob. Pharmacy above.
Okay, good. They managed to get out, so that's really good. They managed to regroup until I'm here to sustain.
Stay above.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, ulting.
Ooh, the hero out. It could actually really work because they have a Pharah and Mercy, and they generally stay up in the air quite a lot.
Nice one, nice one.
Okay, pharmacy down.
So at this point, the most strongest combo is Pharah Mercy's down. So at this point, we should look to conserve it out a bit more. So ideally, we wouldn't use that many out because really we should be able to win the fight to 6v4 even without the use of any else, unless they out.
Round is low. Right.
Oh, Mercy so well.
Base one hit.
Yeah, base down.
So we target the Ana. The Yupsi did a really good job of doing damage on the Ana, then surviving against the Reinhardt.
That line up.
So at this point, they've done something really stupid. They tried to win the fight, but the fight was already lost, and they wasted outs on a push. So what they're doing is just wasting out, and they've lost the fight already. So there's literally no point. He managed to get hero charge on May, but that doesn't really matter. Let's get one already. At this point, because there's a straggler, we should try to rush forward as much as possible and try to stagger them.
Draw the strength from your body.
He's on back, he's on back. He's dead. He's on back. That's good, it's dead.
Cast this forth.
So generally, once we've gotten hold of the control point here, I generally like to hold it. So imagine this is the big hole in the middle. This is the gates here. These are the other gates that are entrances. So generally, either I like to hold it kind of far back with right now shield here. Imagine people here and behind the shield, so we can shoot in here. I don't like holding it here because they have 2 avenues of attack where they can just fire damage at their shield, and it doesn't really do much. Or I like to position aggressively and hold here-ish. So we can fire. So we have real good sight lines and to fire into them as they come out from spawn. So we have some long range so we can just shoot right at them, and they have no cover at all during that period. So we can just spam damage. And if things get bad and then we take too much damage, we can always take a retreat around the cover here. We can just retreat around the corner and come back onto point. So they're spending a lot of resources to deal with us. So let's see what we do.
I've out the fight. There are 4 outs.
I'm restoring you.
So yeah, I didn't see that out.
This
So
is my will.
we should need to keep track of their out. So they potentially have fire out if she didn't use it. Did she use it last fight? I can't quite remember, but we should have all our outs. I had my out and we didn't use it last fight because we had really good out economy. I think we should have May out for sure because I didn't really see it used last fight either. So yeah, this should be a one fight.
Power above.
My will.
Yeah, the fire messed up really hard. She jumped up and tried to poke when she was isolated and alone. I think their healers were doing a really bad job too because they had a Mercy also and Ana. So I don't see why she wasn't healed before she died so quickly. But the fire messed up first, but the healer should have been able to save her. But right now the main source of DPS is done, so this fight is pretty much won.
Far's dead.
Yes.
Mercy's already, Mercy.
Oh, Mercy res. We should have called for it to prevent the res, but I guess that was a bit too high level for us. It's hard to.
Mercy, Far.
So the Brigitte popped out, which is fine, I guess.
Okay, get the May.
Yeah, the May should the Pharah should call out for outing because the Brigitte can pop armor on her and she can survive. As an outing Pharah, you always need to support your team to survive. Higher elo, you just literally get taken on 1 second when she out, unless you have support down, like a Mercy pocketing you, a Zarya bubbling you, Brigitte popping your armor. It killed the Mercy, which is not bad actually. But that's the main source of our DPS also down. But their main healer is down, so it's not the worst trade.
Right behind.
We popped a May out there's a value in seeing it.
Okay, get the Mei.
Yeah, I'm not sure there was too much value in doing the meal. It was a bit preemptive, to be honest.
Ah.
Right behind.
Okay, get the Mei.
The more fed her ass off, I think. She tried to. Yeah.
Ah.
Right behind.
Bye.
Okay, so the male actually did get value on the Mei. That's surprising.
Kafar.
Ooh, how did he get the fire?
Bye.
Kafar.
Ah.
Right behind.
Oh, good headshot. Good headshot. That's key. So Yupsi's just destroying the fight right now.
Kafar.
And we've won the fight, so we shouldn't really use any more outs, to be honest.
Bye.
This D.Va's just feeding. She's just standing there for focus. She's just getting killed out of the mech.
Diva flew away.
That's unfortunate, but yeah, that's not an issue. But she should retreat instantly when the team's fight gone is lost like that.
Oh, it's good.
So yeah, I have 27% out charge, so I should be looking to again build them out as soon as possible.
Oh, we use one thing.
I guess mine and Cargo use his.
I use mine as well. Right, let them come in and I'll try and capture them.
He's going right.
Go.
Yeah, this Hanzo positioned too aggressively. They didn't consider this the Mei. The Mei did really good in trapping the Hanzo, and this DPS is 100% dead right now. We can see their Mei is also at the side, so she's probably planning to use some sort of maybe out combo, maybe something, or flanking. So we need to pay attention and call it that too.
Right, Mei behind you.
Yeah, good call on the Mei. So they probably.
That was a beautiful.
Oh, no wall.
That was a beautiful thing.
I wasted my fade here again. There was a Reinhardt shooting,
Mei behind
so I
you.
didn't need to fade.
That was a beautiful
Oh,
thing.
no.
So I didn't need to fade it into get position. Yeah. I was just unlucky, but if I didn't waste my fade here, I wouldn't have died. So that just shows you how small decision can affect the entire outcome of the game.
Hey, res Hanzo. Leaving Hanzo again.
The Hanzo's got res. The Fire managed to kill him on
Leaving
spawn.
Diva.
So that's really good. We used the D.Va out to, yeah, it looks like the fight's
I don't
on
know who
already.
saved me from
Right
Max. Thing.
Mercy's low. Let's get Mercy.
And we still have the Reinhardt out, which is really good. So we have one more out to stop their next push, which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again,
Stomp.
trying to look to push the try to get
I'll
as much
have
out
used
charge as
mouth.
possible. I'm not sure I quite like that wall because it's really achieves nothing. I guess he was trying to delay him for a bit, but then again, they would have gone to a point for the other entrance, so it's not much of a delay. He could have done the same thing where they entered the point and they can wall them off again, and that would be really good because that pretty much carried the fight last time too.
Come back, don't come back, come back. Yeah, don't go forward and use it. Then they'll know.
Even.
That was just unlucky. That was just unlucky.
Oh, yeah, I'm dead.
I fucked up my fade again there. I took too short distance and I got trapped by the pillar for some reason. I wasn't aware of that. So if I was more aware, I could have faded over here or even here, or even just faded here and gone run back. But because I messed my fade, I died. Again, fade is more one of her best escape ability. So if you messed up, you're probably going to die. So right now, both our supports are down. So this fight does not look winnable, to be honest. So we should be trying to win the fight, but not use any outs.
I'm gonna freeze this.
What the fuck is this Ryan doing? What the fuck? Never mind.
This guy.
There.
Grease low.
Yeah, the fight's allowed me to retreat. Yeah, so that we shall realize the fight was lost and not use any out, and also retreat off the point. I guess the hero play. This is the hero play, but it's also the strategically worst play.
One, Mercy one.
When faced
Nice
with a
one, nice one, Mari.
setback,
Good jobs.
we must
Oh, nice.
challenge
Oh,
ourselves.
sorry, everyone's dead. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, so you can see they managed to get it anyway.
They use
Alright, grip up.
They're blowing Moria out, which is really good for us. I have no idea why they popped out.
Something you have to do.
So I have out too.
One because they have more outs.
Okay, we all back?
So we have 2 outs right now. We should be using that to look Pufu, because it seems like the enemy just popped all the outs, and then
I'm not with you yet.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Oh, that was a bad.
so yeah, Moria out blows up so fast you can just use it to help your team push a lot. You can see here they're all lined up, and it's just a perfect opportunity to use it out to start chipping away their health and also sustaining my team out. Ideally, I would fire off before using my ult, because that's just you get the most maximum value by firing off, animation cancelling, and then using your ult. But since I didn't have it since it's on cooldown, it doesn't really matter either way.
Hello,
The last row. Mercy low. Mercy low. Mercy real thing.
I think I had time to fire orb her, so if I've managed to fire orb, well, I'm going to die here. But I think I positioned too aggressively as the Moria out,
Mercy low.
so there was no reason for me to move that far forward.
Mercy real thing.
And I should have read the Mei out kill, so I would have died there.
Do it now.
Come on, guys.
let's get me. Reinhardt loves going down.
Good win by my team. My team carried my ass there, so we just win the point regardless.
That hole.
Should we go kill him or? Oh no, we just.
Yeah.
Mercy
Oh,
got
just
the point.
win.
There's so many position mistakes here. Fade usage was not great.
Thank you.
Position too aggressively sometimes
No, you just
got a lot
missed
of
me.
time to get killed.
Okay.
So yeah, all 4 of those deaths, maybe 3 of those deaths were entirely avoidable. Maybe one was probably dead either way, but in this game I could have just died once, but instead I died 4 times.
I'm Reinhardt.
So it seems like we have a similar kind of call, which is fair enough. If it works once, why not work again? But again, we have a similar issue with Thara and Moria not being able to synergize that well against each other.
Yeah, lever on help take. Ryan's going behind.
So this is really bad here. We split up. Usually, for control point maps, the person who wins the first team point has a 66% chance of winning the round. So whoever gets the point first usually wins the round. So splitting up as the idea to lose the first fight is not good, because most likely we'll lose the first fight.
Is my will.
The usual call is actually to control the high ground. So in the sense that Summer Donkey was doing the right thing, we should have followed him. But then again, the rest of the team wasn't following him. So either he should have made the call to get the hell here and support him over this call, or he should have just followed the team and did what the team did.
They're all going a high ground.
Okay, I'm with you, Reinhardt. So can you please
So yeah, we're the D.Va mech down already. So that basically means we're 1 man down, because when D.Va's just useless.
hammer
Diva's on mech already. We're not doing it.
Feed him Moira. Okay.
But that's really good. We managed to catch them off guard, so we managed to rotate and catch their supports off guard. So you can see here, how did Farah get a Junkrat? That's really good actually. Let me see if I can just check how, play it back a bit more.
Can you please hammer
Diva's on mech already.
Fade.
We're not doing it.
Feed him Moira. Okay.
Send.
So I didn't see the Junkrat at all, but yeah, we managed to just kill the supports. So right now, the Farah managed to 1v1 the Junkrat really good, and we managed to kill the support. So right now they don't have any sustain right whatsoever, and we should be able to just roll with them.
Ha, nice.
Ryan, soldier coming behind.
I'm dead.
Reinhardt.
Sorry, first order.
Yeah, well, they're both the same place.
Yeah, we should just wreck them.
Reinhardt,
Just
just
wreck
die.
them and just
Sorry.
I charged, but you'd killed him before his charge actually.
So once we get the point, I like again positioning quite aggressively. This is the center point here. This is the part with the circle, the gate, and this point here, the entrance. entrance here. I like the position. Imagine this is a corner here, and it's there. I quite like the position around here again because we have good sight lines into the spawn. So as they come up, we can fire stuff into them. And we have the shield here to protect us in case anything happens. And if it ever gets worse, we can literally just turn around the corner and then recover resources, heal up on whatsoever as they enter and as they gain space, and then we can fight them a second time. So they have to spend resources to get past this space. It's either that or defend. I don't like defending here for the same reason that they can just shoot us for here, and we're kind of at a choke here. It's either defend aggressively here or defend aggressively, defend passively around here. So imagine right now shield here, and they entering here, we can just fire them, and then we just do the little dance on the side. Of course, there's also the high ground here, which is good for DPS to control usually. So if we have high ground control, usually want to defend to the left side of the high ground control here. So we have the DPS supporting us and shooting stuff down, and we defend right here. If we don't have high ground control, actually, generally a good idea is to defend on the other side of the high ground here, because then whoever their DPS on the team can't really get angle on us to shoot stuff down from us on the other side because it's the opposite side of the map.
I feel like cancelling the charge is a needed feature. Right, let's
Wait,
fight
that's
here.
gonna be
Let's
working,
fight
you
here.
know that.
Let's fight here.
Nice.
Yeah, so it looks like we're doing the aggressive defending. I don't like that use of the Mei ult. She should have trusted her healer a bit more and just let us heal her up, because it's really key for him as a Mei escape.
To left, or to
Get
left?
Ryan, get Ryan, get Ryan.
Yeah, I don't like fighting here because we've lost our advantage here. We've gone past the choke and it's quite dangerous for us. Once we go past here, I guess yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Got Farah.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Soldier slow.
Yeah, just pop my ult, it's just saying it.
Lost that. Soldier and stuff coming in today.
This will heal you.
As well.
Farah coming in, Farah above.
So I died because I didn't have fade up.
As well.
Yeah, I wasted fade here. I was in no danger. There's a shield behind me. There's a D.Va behind me. I didn't need to use my fade to get rid of it.
Farah coming.
But because I wasted my fade here, the Pharaohs was able to see the opportunity to just kill me off. And because I have no fade, to just die.
Farah above.
So that was really bad for me because my team does not have a main hero right now. The Brigitte cannot sustain the entire team. So right now they're 6v5, and it's because I wasted fade, one ability. So most likely here we're just gonna lose the team fight because we're one main healer down.
Dead, I'm dead. The healer's down.
Yeah, we need to retreat a little bit.
Okay, fall back.
Yeah. So the call here is like retreat if possible. If, actually no, the call should be here to stay on point and try to just get as much percentage charge as possible, but don't use any outs because the fight's not winnable. So you should just try to get as many percentage points and just either die on point or just get out, either one or another.
Shield, shield, shield.
No shield.
No, we're all dead. We've lost the fight anyway. No points to fight.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, now we just need to regroup and try and retake a point again. But that fight was lost mostly because I died too early. And I died too early because I wasted my fade. So again, it just shows you one simple mistake and it's cost you the entire game.
Cast this forth.
Right, wait for me. Are they holding our choke? Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Right, I'm gonna initiate.
Do they need a shield?
So we pop Brigitte out to try to push through, which is good idea. You should just move forward again and just take advantage of that 100 armor, sticking on the brigade and fight us.
Oh.
Further down.
Do we have any ult? We must have ults to use it. I don't think we used any ults when we lost the game, hopefully. I think I need to put up my tab more because I'm not aware of it too much.
I cast this forth.
Hitting them.
Ooh, the Summer Donkey did the hero out. I think it's slightly out of position. Not sure. Oh, I managed to get us in. That's really good actually. Now they're one healer down, so that's really good. We have the advantage here. We probably need another hour or two to win the fight.
Warrior is dead.
Lovely, lovely. So we won the fight already. There's no need to use any more. We shouldn't use any more. Sorry.
Let's get me.
Reinhardt.
It's gonna be so much fun.
There we go, sorry.
Power's low, power's low.
So yeah, we shouldn't use any more. Sorry.
Right.
Use any else.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
it's no
yeah,
bubble.
Soldier.
Good. No one used any else. Really good.
Sorry, just killed you. It's all dead.
And then we should chase all those stragglers and just try stagger them.
I've got my ult.
We going forward?
So what I'm gonna do,
I don't know, I didn't feel like it worked very well.
Okay,
here.
let's just defend back here then.
Yeah, to be honest, we don't really have the best team comp for defending that, because usually we defend that and we have like a soldier, McCrory, Hanzo just firing long range artillery, and we have Farah, which again can fire long range artillery, but she can just do that with the assistance of us defending far back here. So maybe again, defensive position do depend on your comp.
Let me know when they're engaging you right at the step.
Yeah, the Sarah made a really good call here. This is probably one of the key things that you can just use to win the game by, the flanking far out. And because it's the rush through here, I imagine she can just barrage down there and just kill the entire team. But she needs to also call for brigade support and my support for her to live through the ult. If she gets a good ult, we basically just won the game.
Now, poker and use
They're
my.
on the right.
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah,
like
fire,
forward
so is Fabrice can just flank it out there.
Yeah, they're all there.
Go now.
Their Farah's
You
there.
got out dog and
So yeah, just preemptively just fire the beam here, just try to sustain the fire, because I expect for fire to take heavy damage. They didn't look up, so they just died. But yeah, the idea was there.
kill them all. You move forward.
Yeah, now we've killed their DPS. We have nothing to be afraid of. Just move forward and kill those stragglers.
Be careful, come back.
Move forward to us. Move forward to us. Cool. Nice one.
Little livers.
Okay, I'll go now. Now leave. Hold on.
Yeah, now it gets a little bit more risky because we're out in the open and Farah and soldiers come back. So, yeah, the killers are good. Now we should look to retreat.
Farah off their
Yeah,
choke.
and we do it. Great.
Farah might get to the point. Farah one.
Potato aim here. Don't know what happened. That was piss poor tracking.
So just
Farah
go
behind.
behind. Dead.
Yeah, we did win the fight. We did win the
Good.
fight.
Oh, it's nice in here, isn't it?
Don't know how I feel.
So yeah, in general, I think I messed up my positioning a lot. In terms of I was too aggressive sometimes when I needed to play a bit more passively. Messed up my fade a couple of times and died. Most of the deaths here by me was avoidable. Orb usage was good in terms of building out charge and prioritizing healing over damage. But yeah, apart from that, my team played well and just carried me in some fights, and we made some good calls there and there. Some issues involving the team having different ideas of where to fight, and so on, but generally wasn't too big. Let's see the play of the game.
I walked into it.
We had a group hug at the end.
Team hug.
I literally walked into it.
Play of the game.
Tario.
I didn't notice this.
Come on, up. What?
Killing a Farah's play the game.
Is that it?
Let's get again.
Oh, she saved some of her friends by doing that, I think.
That was good.
That's what the
Yeah,
algorithm sees, though.
I don't know what the algorithm sees, yeah.
Cool. Let's chill it out now, boys. Thanks for watching.